Okay, so we're back here with our Players' Problems section, which is a new one where we're asking you, our audience, to send us in whatever you want us to talk about. We'll talk about anything goes. As Lee said to me yesterday, it's open on our chat box there on Instagram. We'll do it every Sunday from now on, but we got some crackers in today, Lee.
Good, I can't wait.
We really have. So we'll get through them fairly snappy. Someone is asking us, the 4-step rule, has it been done away with?
Yeah.
Do you think? Was it ever?
Maybe to be like, has it ever been? 4-step rule. I was always taught that it was a 4-second rule. Do you know? Because some people take more steps and less steps. You know, because if it was a 4-step rule, you could stand still with the ball, technically speaking.
Yeah.
Do you know?
But you can't.
You can't. Of course you can't. No, because it's supposed to be 4 seconds, and then I don't know. It's down to how fast or slow a referee.
Yeah, the steps one is so hard to call.
It's so hard to call.
Because if a lad's getting tackled, you don't. It's only a lad only gets caught if he's dilly-dallying.
Yeah.
And he's going nowhere. And he looks like he's going
I'd be
nowhere.
a fan of referees when there's a goal chance on. Just giving them the benefit of the doubt. 4.5 seconds, you know. Like, you could nearly make a point that Paddy McBrearty was like teetering towards being
Paddy
like slightly
McBrearty
long on the,
too.
you know, when he took that extra dummy and went in. But
Yeah.
I thought he was.
McBrearty took, I counted this, he took 9 steps.
Yeah,
before
but you wouldn't
slowing
even
that goal.
notice.
Oh, yeah. Well, within 4 seconds, maybe.
Yeah, you won't
know.
notice it because he's going for a goal.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember you probably don't remember this, Lara Corbett in 2010 All-Ireland hurling final? He took about 8 steps, but nobody mentions it because he's going for a goal, like, and he means business.
Everyone has at least one
If
in
you
their
mean
head.
business, you're all right.
Yeah, like I remember one as well, Sean Kavanagh against Dublin in 2008. I think it was the quarter final. It was a brilliant goal, but he maybe took 6, 7 roughly, you know, steps. So I think it depends on the side at what end of the pitch you are. Like they can be very harsh on defenders when you're coming out of, especially if the play is slow and you're holding on to it, and the crowd are a bit upset and whatever, and you've carried that ball just a little bit too long.
Yeah.
And then the referee's more likely to blow it. So I would put it down. It's just another thing that's up for interpretation, isn't it?
Having an old style manager who just wants hits and not worried about football.
Embrace it, lad. Just go and hit people. Get stuck in, like, you know, give the manager what he wants and you'll definitely be playing. I've definitely had managers like that before. They think it's like, it's as good as a goal when you give a man a big dig. Not that I've ever done that. I mean, score a goal or give a big dig. I'd be a smaller fella on the pitch, so I'd be probably the one at the other end of those digs. So I don't want to play
I'd
against
say you're
this
just making yourself out now as a good boy here.
No, I am. I'm as good as gold, really. Hurling, surely that's you must be talking about hurling. That's a hurling thing.
I don't know. Like, you kind of want to mix. You don't want a lad who's too modern. You don't want a lad who's too stuck in the past either.
No, you don't want man who's like counting your calories for you, and then you also don't want to get
running laps.
Yeah.
I don't mind a lad breaking a hurl off a table, like.
No. Does it get you going? Like,
sometimes.
Yeah. If they do it too much, then it loses all effect.
Yeah. I can't make training. Should I call or text my manager? Now, I like this one.
Yeah. Well, go on.
That's a good question, like.
Would you call or text?
I think I would call. I think you should call. Because I think like if you're committed, like, and you have a reason not to make training, just tell your manager the reason. I think they always appreciate it more if you ring them, and I think you feel better as well if you ring them.
Do. You can really get into your own head when you text them, and then you're like, he's annoyed.
Do you know, like, about it,
you'd
be like, will I call this lad now or will I text him?
And he could be at work or whatever, and you've texted him, and it maybe been a couple of hours since he's replied, and now you've got the dread sort of thing. I wouldn't know. I just always go to training. I know you're always calling your manager, trying to get out of it, but calling just seems like it's just more of a sign of respect to you, isn't it? But then as opposed to, you're thinking, if 6 boys don't go to training, that manager's got 6 phone calls. And if you're the 6th man that's rang him,
like, if you ring him, like, and he doesn't answer, like, you've rang him.
That's true, yeah.
Then you can send your text.
You should just ring and then hang up after 2 seconds, and he'll see the missed call.
Yeah, but if he's on his phone, he'll be like, he'll see you. Like,
I can't get through to you, mate. I'm trying to desperately tell you.
I think you should call, because if you've nothing to hide, you just say it, and you might even have a bit of crack with him on the phone then.
Yeah, I know. I'd be on your side. I would go with the call.
Yeah. Opinions on Roscommon.
Yeah, I mean, this is probably a better one for you, because I've always been, just from talking to you over the years, I think you're like a secret Roscommon fan and Monaghan fan.
Yeah.
Because you haven't got too much to shout about with Tipperary in football, but hopefully that'll change.
Yeah.
But you love Roscommon, you love Monaghan, so go on.
Yeah. Not in recent times with Tipperary. Like, we won the Munster there in 2020. Like,
And
don't
then-
you forget.
I won't. I was really enjoyable, and I loved that.
Roscommon, yeah, I think they'll be good. Like, when they get the Bridget's boys back, I was so impressed with them in the All Ireland, and Ben O'Carroll and Enda Smith back. They'll be a different team, and I like Davy Burke.
Yeah.
And they had a good league last year. I think they were third, and then they kind of were unlucky in the championship. Lost that game to Cork.
They beat Mayo then straight after the league, and things were really looking good.
It was just kind of didn't work out for them in the end. But I know in previous years when they've done bad in the league, they've done good in the championship.
True.
So I'm not saying they're going to do bad in the league, but I still would fancy them to have a big year despite losing to Tyrone yesterday. So.
Yeah, I think avoiding relegation is massive for Roscommon.
Yeah.
Staying in Division 1, because look how much easier transition periods are when you stay in Division 1. Like Monaghan's probably the best example of that. They've never dipped really, despite such a turnover in players in recent times.
Yeah.
So if they can stay in Division 1 and then have a good whack at the championship, they're more than capable of doing it. What was the other team? Roscommon and who?
No, just Roscommon.
Oh, it was just
someone said didn't get my jersey I wore all year because I was suspended for the final. Everyone else got theirs. That's a blow, isn't it?
That is a blow. Is this county?
I don't know. This is anonymous, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Come on.
Sorry. But like, do you get a jersey when you play club?
I don't know.
I've never.
Club.
maybe it's a big club. Yeah, a rich club that can just hand out jerseys like that. That sounds like a call of managers situation.
That man deserves a jersey.
Well, that jersey's sitting somewhere. So who's got it?
I think that's usually a college thing, isn't it? When you get the college jersey at the end of the year.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe.
It could be a college thing. But my point being is that it's going to be a sole jersey lying in a bag somewhere, or coaching staff have maybe nicked it. But
like, he could have took one for the team getting suspended. Like,
yeah, we don't know the manner in which he's been suspended.
Give him his jersey.
And has this been because he's been punished?
I doubt it.
Do you know, like, you're not getting a jersey because you're suspended for the final?
Give him his jersey.
Yeah, missing the final is punishment enough.
What will Meath? This is the last one. What will Meath have to do to overcome Armagh? That's obviously next week.
Get all their players back from Sigerson, according to Colm O'Rourke.
Yeah, he doesn't like that, does he?
No, every league now. I think I say like 2 leagues.
Yeah,
it's all he wants to talk about is Sigerson.
Yeah.
Meath are a young team, in fairness. Like,
Yeah.
they've got a fair representation there, but I mean, God, most teams do. Do you know?
Yeah.
I don't think it's too.
Your man Owen Frayne, he got 4 from play at the weekend against Fermanagh. He plays with Maynooth. So, and Shane Walsh is still in DCU, and Matthew Costello. So they're 3 of the main forwards. So he's probably
fair.
more.
It's difficult, but still, drew against Fermanagh, wasn't it? They drew, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, that's not. Do you know, if Meath are looking promotion,
Yeah.
do you know, they would
At
have
home,
seen
like.
at home. Like, you would have seen that as a game that you're really gonna have to attack, and a draw is not a good. It's not a good start to it. And Armagh weren't brilliant against Louth now, in fairness, but they still managed to get over the line. And the Culliana fellas are coming back into the squad this week, so they'll be stronger again. I don't know. They were very poor in the league last year too.
Meath, yeah. It was funny, just last thing on that is Colm O'Rourke, when he was giving out about Sigerson, he was in the Sunday Independent earlier in the year, and he was talking about Shane Walsh. He pulled his hamstring. He got like man of the match against Cork in the first or second round of the league last year.
Oh, that's right, yes.
And he pulled his hamstring the Tuesday or the Wednesday. After in the Sigerson Cup match, and Colm O'Rourke was like, I still shake at the thought of that injury. Like,
to be fair, yeah, and then it all sort of unraveled in the league.
Rage,
yeah,
I thought it was
that man hates universities.
He's funny, like, in fairness to him.
For a fellow who's an educator.
I know, yeah. So
yeah,
that's all our players' problems. Looking forward to more of these.
Yeah, we are. We're maybe going to go into a little bit more specific on our question this week on Sunday. So keep an eye out for that on our Instagram. You feel free to ask us anything. We won't solve any of your problems, but you can hear us.
Some.
Misery loves company, and we'll give off with you probably, maybe.